So, finally, the best pistol in Battlefield 4. This video has been a long time coming, and I really hope you think that it's worth the wait. But, I'll be brutally honest here. I knew the outcome of this video before I even put the straw poll together. And that's why today's episode of Best Weapons is going to be a little bit different. Usually, I put forward what I think is the best weapon first of all, talk about it a little bit, and then open up the video to the results of the poll, showing the top 5 voted for by you guys, and then highlighting the most popular for a few minutes. Unfortunately, as both my own and your opinions meet in the same place today, that means the whole layout is considered redundant. Therefore, without further ado, let's look into the Desert Eagle. One of the most iconic handguns due to its presence in over 500 movies and films, the Desert Eagle was first put into production in 1982 by Israeli military industries. The weapon itself and all of its licenses and patents are held by Magnum Research and have done since its inception. In 1995, after 13 years of production by Israeli military industries, Magnum decided to move production back to the United States, to Sacco Defense. But then again in 1998, for some reason, they decided to move it back to Israel. And furthermore, in 2009, Magnum pulled it back to the States again. This thing's moved homes a lot of times. The weapon itself can be chambered with many different types of ammunition, and there are a few different variants of the weapon as well. But looking at the different types of ammunition, during its prototype stage it used the 357-44 round and was never used again. It can also chamber the 41 Magnum round, the .440 Corbon round, the .357 Magnum round, the .44 Magnum round, which is the round we see in Battlefield 4, and finally, the .50 Action Express, which is one of the most powerful pistol rounds in production today. As I said earlier, this weapon has been massively popularised by its strong presence in action movies and in video games. This has seen the weapon sales boom as well, however its adoption in the world of military is fairly sparse. Only 3 nations, Israel, where the weapon was once made, Poland and Portugal use the Desert Eagle as their standard issue sidearm. This is mainly due to its sheer size. It's quite a lot bigger than most other pistols out there, and it makes it really clunky, heavy and hard to handle in combat. So now we know all about the Deagle, let's look at what it does in Battlefield 4. Well, it dominates. With a max damage of 56 inside 12 meters, this thing deals a one-shot headshot at close range. Dropping to 28 damage at 50 meters, this thing will still down any player in 4 accurate shots to the torso. That's pretty powerful. Add to that a magazine of 9 bullets, and you can easily drop a couple of players before you have to take cover and reload. Where the Deagle loses some of its power though, is in unaimed fire. This thing has a bit of a recoil kick, and rather a large spread when not aimed down sights. I myself experience this issue fairly regularly, as I don't tend to aim down sight when shooting with my pistol. I know it's a really bad habit, but I've got into it and I just cannot get myself out of it. Guns like the 1911, the MP443 and the M9 are great weapons to use without aiming, but the Deagle, not so much. That's not to say that you can't have fun with the Deagle using it that way. It always feels pretty super epic when you hit a no-scope headshot with this thing. And I think that's part of the appeal of the Deagle. It's not that the weapon is particularly amazing statistically, besides its stopping power anyway. It's the sense of excitement that you get when you start dropping people left, right and centre, with a weapon that's featured in so many cool movies and video games. Now, here comes a difficult bit for me to talk about, because many people don't like seeing the Deagle, I know Burdu is one of these people, seeing the Deagle equipped with any attachments. And some people see it as like a criminal offence, but unfortunately, I feel that adding the red dot sight scope to this is really helpful, especially when you're trying to go for those longer range headshots. The iron sights on the Deagle aren't particularly great, and the gun is so large anyway that it blocks a lot of your view when you're aiming down sight with the iron sights. I also stick a flash hider on there too, and The main reason I put that on there again is force of habit, because I put that thing on there when I don't want to change a weapon's statistics very much. The flash hider doesn't do anything to a weapon, it just simply hides the muzzle flash. It doesn't change any of its statistics. And I do this with quite a lot of assault rifles as well. I kind of get used to like the naked version of a weapon, and sometimes I end up preferring it that way, so the flash hider is probably one of my favourite attachments in Battlefield 4. If you're a really patient person and you can wait for the gun to reset to the centre of the screen every time you fire a bullet, then maybe the heavy barrel is an option for you. Obviously, it increases your damage at range, but it does give this thing even more of a kick than what it had before. So there you have it. Undeniably the best pistol in Battlefield 4, the Desert Eagle. Now, this best weapon series that I've been running for, God, it's about 5 months I've ran this for, with a video like every month. It doesn't make a huge amount of sense unless you've played the game a little bit first of all. You have to sort of try out the weapons and see what you think is the best weapon for you. So moving forward into Battlefield Hardline, I'm not likely to start this series again, at least for a few months after release. But to substitute that, I will be picking up standard weapon reviews like I did at the start of Battlefield 4's life cycle. Although this time round, I'm not going to stop doing it after 8 episodes. You guys seem to really enjoy these weapon-centric videos that I do here on the channel, so I'll make sure I stick to uploading an episode at least once a week when Hardline drops. Well, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit me up with a like and drop a comment. That'd be fantastic. But until next time, my name is Westy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.